Everything you've been told about dealing with a negative world is a complete lie. They tell you to protect your peace. They tell you to cut off toxic people. They tell you to build a bubble of positivity, manifest good vibes, and run away from anything that makes you uncomfortable. Stop. Stop listening to the fragile modern mindset that tells you to hide from reality. Stop believing the fake gurus who sell you on the fantasy that you can somehow avoid pain, betrayal, and chaos. Because you can't. Their advice is making you weaker every single day. Think about it. When you try to curate your perfect, positive life, what happens the moment a crisis hits? You collapse. When someone insults you, when the market crashes, when a relationship fails, your positive vibes shatter instantly. You know this feeling. The overwhelming flood of anxiety when someone disrespects you. The spiraling negative thoughts that keep you awake at 2 in the morning, replaying a meaningless conversation. The feeling that your emotional state is completely at the mercy of the people around you. You feel exposed. You feel raw. You feel like a boat with no anchor, tossed around violently by every single wave of negativity that crashes into you. So you try harder. You repeat your affirmations. You block more people. You retreat further into your safe space. And yet, the anxiety remains. Modern self-help looks at your anxiety and tells you the world is the problem. They tell you the environment needs to change so you can be happy. They tell you to demand that others treat you better. What a pathetic, disempowering scam. This scam keeps you locked in a permanent state of victimhood. It convinces you that you are a helpless spectator in your own life. It turns you into a target. And the world does not pity targets. The world preys on them. This desperate need for a frictionless life is destroying your resilience. It makes you utterly dependent on external circumstances. If the sun is shining and people are nice, you are happy. If it rains and people are rude, you are miserable. You have handed the joystick of your emotions to the most chaotic, unpredictable forces in the universe. When you finally realize that the goal is not to escape the storm, but to become unbreakable within it, everything changes. When you stop trying to control the world, and start controlling your response to it, you become untouchable. If you are ready to stop bleeding out emotionally, if you are ready to forge an unbreakable mind, hit that subscribe button right now. We are building a fortress of the mind, and we need warriors inside the walls. Let's talk about a man who actually understood how to handle chaos. Let's talk about Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of the Roman Empire. A man who had absolute power, yet spent his life surrounded by betrayal, plague, war, and political scheming. He dealt with the worst of humanity every single day. Did he try to cut out toxic people? He couldn't. They were his generals. They were his senate. Did he retreat to a safe space? No, he lived on the battlefront. Yet, amidst all this crushing pressure, he remained remarkably calm. He remained focused. He remained just. Why? Because he built something no army could conquer. He built the inner citadel. Marcus Aurelius understood that you cannot build a wall around the entire world. But you can build an impenetrable fortress inside your own mind. He knew that the world is inherently chaotic, unpredictable, and often cruel. He didn't waste time wishing it was different. Modern society is terrifyingly fragile. We are conditioned to believe that our feelings are reality. If we feel attacked, we believe we are destroyed. If we feel offended, we demand the world stop and apologize. We are instructed to be offended by everything, all the time. Marcus Aurelius would look at us with deep sorrow. He understood the ultimate vulnerability of the human ego. He understood the dichotomy of control. He knew that tying your peace of mind to the behavior of others is a form of self-imposed slavery. And he refused to be a slave. He cultivated the inner citadel. A place deep within his own consciousness where external events could not penetrate unless he gave them permission. He knew that an insult is just noise. A betrayal is just a data point. A crisis is just an opportunity for virtue. The moment you let these things dictate your worth, you have breached your own walls. This is the paradigm shift you must execute immediately. This is where you stop being a victim and become a commander. You must stop treating negativity as an attack on your being, and start treating it as external weather. Who are you? Are you a leaf, blown helplessly by the wind of other people's opinions? Or are you a mountain of solid stone, indifferent to the storms that rage around your peak? Building the inner citadel is not about suppression. Do not confuse what I am saying with bottling up your emotions. Suppression is the tactic of a coward who is afraid of his own mind. The inner citadel is the architecture of the elite. It is not about gritting your teeth and pretending you aren't hurt. Fake stoicism is just a mask over a bleeding wound. People will eventually smell the blood. True invincibility is about alignment. It is aligning yourself with the absolute reality that no external force can harm your character unless you allow it. That your core, your ruling center, is entirely up to you. That whether people praise you, mock you, love you, or betray you, the gates of your citadel remain locked from the inside. So how do you actually forge this fortress? How do you train your mind to block the poison of the modern world? It requires ruthlessly implementing the defensive strategies of the Stoic emperor. First, you must master the discipline of the objective filter. Your anxiety thrives on the stories you tell yourself. Someone cuts you off in traffic. The event is simple, a car moved in front of you. But your mind instantly adds a story: this guy disrespects me. He thinks he's better than me. People are terrible. You are poisoning yourself with your own narrative. Marcus Aurelius practiced stripping events of their emotional weight. He called it out for what it literally was. He would look at expensive wine and say, "This is just fermented grape juice." He would look at the emperor's purple robe and say, "This is just sheep's wool dyed with shellfish blood." You must do the same with negativity. When someone insults you, strip away the story. What actually happened? A person moved their vocal cords and produced sound waves. That is it. The sound waves cannot pierce your skin. They cannot touch your soul. The damage only occurs when you choose to interpret those sound waves as an injury. When you use the objective filter, you realize that 99% of what upsets you is entirely a creation of your own mind. You dismantle the threat before it even reaches the walls of your citadel. Second, you must embrace the premeditation of evils. This is the ultimate counterstrike to modern toxic positivity. Modern advice tells you to only think good thoughts. Stoicism tells you to mentally rehearse the absolute worst-case scenarios. Marcus Aurelius began his days by telling himself, "Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness." He didn't say this to be depressed. He said this to put on his armor. If you expect everyone to be kind, polite, and reasonable, you will spend your entire life being shocked and outraged. You are leaving the gates of your citadel wide open, hoping the enemy won't attack. When you mentally prepare for betrayal, incompetence, and rudeness, you rob these events of their shock value. When the inevitable negative event happens, you don't panic. You don't fall apart. You simply say, "Ah, yes. I was expecting you." You greet chaos like an old, annoying friend. Because you have already defeated it in your mind, it has no power over you in reality. You become unshockable. And the unshockable man is extremely dangerous. Third, you must implement the pause of power. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is your power to choose your reaction. Most people have zero space. They are pure reaction. A dog barks, they bark back. An insult is thrown, they throw a punch. They are completely mechanical. They are controlled by the world. The inner citadel requires you to widen that space. When the insult lands, when the bad news arrives, when the panic sets in, do nothing. Take a deep breath. Do not react immediately. In that pause, you withdraw behind your walls. You step into the citadel and evaluate the situation from a place of supreme calm. You ask yourself, is this under my control? Does this truly harm my character? If the answer is no, you let it go. You watch the flaming arrow hit the stone wall and fall harmlessly into the moat. The pause allows you to respond with strategy instead of emotion. It shifts the power dynamic instantly. When someone tries to provoke you and you respond with calm, deliberate silence, you shatter their strategy. You show them that their chaos cannot breach your walls. You show them that you are the commander, and they are just noise outside the gates. Fourth, you must view every obstacle as training material. The weak mind sees a difficult person as a curse. The stoic mind sees a difficult person as a sparring partner. You go to the gym to tear your muscles so they grow back stronger. You add weight to the bar to create resistance. Why would you treat your mind any differently? When you encounter an arrogant coworker, a demanding boss, or a chaotic family member, do not complain. Say to yourself, this is exactly what I need. This is the resistance I require to build my patience, my discipline, my emotional control. They are not your enemy. They are your free training equipment. They are unwittingly helping you fortify your citadel. When you flip this switch, you become immune to frustration. Because no matter what the world throws at you, you use it as fuel. You stop seeing obstacles as things that block the path, and realize that the obstacle is the path. Every piece of negativity becomes a brick you use to build the walls of your mind higher and thicker. Fifth, you must sever your worth from external validation. This is the hardest, but most crucial step. Your citadel will never hold if its foundations are built on the opinions of others. If you need applause to feel good, you are a slave to the audience. If you need validation to feel worthy, you are a beggar on the street. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself constantly that fame is fleeting, that the mob is fickle, and that the opinions of others are meaningless. He said, "It never ceases to amaze me, we all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." You must stop seeking permission from the world to be confident. You must stop relying on external praise to fill your internal void. Your worth must be generated from the inside out. It must be based solely on your own actions, your own virtue, your own alignment with your principles. When you draw your power from an internal source, you become untouchable. You do not care if they hate you. You do not care if they love you. You only care that you are acting correctly. You operate from a place of total self-sufficiency. You become a sun, generating your own light, completely indifferent to the darkness that surrounds you. You have been fighting the wrong war. You have been exhausting yourself trying to force the world to be gentle. You have been running around with a bucket, trying to catch the rain. It is time to stop running. It is time to build the roof. You cannot control the words that come out of their mouths. You cannot control the economy. You cannot control the chaos of human nature. But you have absolute, dictatorial control over what those things mean to you. You can cultivate a mind so dense, so fortified, so utterly grounded in its own reality, that external negativity simply bounces off. Let the weak continue to demand safe spaces. Let them exhaust themselves trying to cancel everything that offends them. Let them consume endless content about how to magically manifest a problem-free life. You are walking away from the fantasy. You are stepping into the reality of the Stoics. You are choosing the path of absolute inner sovereignty. Build the walls. Fortify the gates. Remain utterly calm amidst the chaos. Do the work. Forge the mind. Stand firm. And when the storms of life inevitably crash against you, do not break. Do not bend. Do not flinch. The world cannot hurt a man who does not feel the pain. Retreat into the citadel. Let them rage outside.